Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Omar and I'm going to be doing a review on my Infiniti G35 Coupe. Mainly making this video because when I was in the market for a G, there weren't that many owners' reviews out there. There are a few now, but I kind of want to make my own. And I'm just going to go over the pros and cons of this car, what I've done to it so far, the stuff I like and the stuff I don't like about this car, and overall if I would recommend it or not. So starting from the back, just have the performance stickers right here, the big horsepowers, you already know. For the trunk, it's a master grade carbon fiber trunk, so it's full carbon fiber. It's discontinued, so I'm one of the only guys who has it. I haven't actually seen anyone else who has this type of trunk, so it's really rare, and I love it. Was gonna go for a duckbill, but literally every G owner gets a duckbill, so I just want to be a little bit different. Got the custom plate, long story, don't want to explain it right now. And on the bottom had this diffuser right here, just I think the random eBay diffuser, some guy was selling it. Like it a lot, makes the back more aggressive. And for my exhaust setup, I have Megan Racing test pipes with the stock Y pipe and a MagnaFlow muffler, dual outlet, dual inlet with no resonators. I'll show the exhaust note at the end because I don't feel like getting kicked out right now. If you're gonna go with test pipes, don't go with Megan's. Highly recommend getting something else because the flex pipe and the Megans, they always go out, so just be aware if anyone's gonna buy this car and get test pipes. So going off to the side, the car is lowered on Monzo lowering springs. It was about $80 from eBay. I like it a lot. Just like you feel every single bump on the road, so I recommend getting something better quality. Cheaper things on this car is not a good thing to get because it'll damage the struts, especially with these cheap springs, so I'll probably change them out later on. These are stock rays. I just painted them gold, and I like them a lot because people who aren't familiar with these cars, they think it's aftermarket, so it works for now. I'll probably get something better later on, but for now I like them. And here I got my infamous Naruto sticker. Need that horsepower, you know, so yeah. And then to the side right here, it's had a big chip in the paint, and I didn't want to paint it because I couldn't afford it. It's just so much. This paint, it's a 3-layer paint, and I figured why not just put a sticker on it and just fix the problem. And then I put these cheap side markers to get rid of the orange ones. Should have gotten something with better quality because of the condensation, but it's good for now. I don't really mind it too much. And yeah. So going off of the front of the car, I painted the stock grille black and I got an aftermarket lip on there. I really like it a lot because of the contrast with the black and white. Just make sure that if you get the 2006 model, it has a sports bumper, so the lip is a different size than the other ones. I moved the license plate to the side because I hate the look of it in the middle, and just put this tow hook on there because I couldn't find a rectangular cap to cover up the hole, and I just didn't like the look of it with the huge hole in the middle of it, the car. And then for the headlights, these are stock headlights, and just opening them up and painting them black. And then we put Morimoto LED halos on here, and I just love the look of it. Getting compliments all the time on this. I'll just give a brief example of what it looks like. So this is what the car looks like with the halos on. And I just love it a lot because it makes the car look really more aggressive. And I haven't seen any other car that has like halos on top of each other. I know BMW has a side by side, but like something like this I haven't really seen on any other car. And they do turn orange when you use the turn signals to turn on the hazards. Show you guys that also. So these are how the halos look with the hazards on, and they do turn orange, like I said, when you use the turn signals. So I don't have a tripod on me to show when they turn on and off. I really like it, and I highly recommend getting these Morimoto LEDs if anyone's purchasing a G35 Coupe. And performance-wise, haven't really done any modifications to the car besides the intake. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this car for a long while. Keep debating on it, so haven't really done anything, like I said, just the intake, and that's about it. One of my favorite things about this car is that it's all automatic, so you have a button right here. You just push to lock and unlock, so locked. Push it again to unlock, and just keep the key inside your pocket, and this is what it looks like. Everything's like all automatic, so that's awesome. So I'll just give a brief overview about where everything is placed inside the car, because I know when I was interested in looking at this car, I just want to know where everything was located. So I'll show that real fast. You open it up, you got your window lock, key, unlock, lock. Both windows are automatic, and then just have your cup holder right here, and then just a small pocket to keep some stuff right here. So when you come in, right here you have the switch for your side mirrors. This is to move the steering wheel up and down. One thing I like about it is the whole, like, the cluster and everything moves, not just like the wheel moves only. Have for your headlights and everything, that kind of stuff. In here you have the button for your trunk, VDC, which is like traction control, and this is to dim the lights inside. And unfortunately this car is automatic. Probably the biggest regret I have of buying this car. Just couldn't find a clean manual, and I needed a car badly, and finding a white one's really hard just because it's one of the rare colors, and I love the look of the white, and it's got a really good deal on it, so it's whatever. You can always change it up later on. So going off of the interior, you have your visor right here. Nothing crazy going on. This takes a extension. Comes in handy time to time. You have your garage home link. You can link up to 3 garages. You have the sunglasses holder right here. Lights, button for to turn the lights on and off. My bad for the view. This is for the sunroof. Car's off right now, but I just love the sunroof on here. It just makes the whole car look more open. And you also have Bluetooth for your phone. So this is the mic right here, and you have the hands-free calling on the steering wheel. Unfortunately, it does have Bluetooth, but it doesn't have Bluetooth audio. So you have to get an aftermarket like doubled in, or just like install some Bluetooth device. I have this aux cord right here, which is it was like around $40-50. Wasn't too bad. Does a job for now. Might just get a Bluetooth doubled in on later on, but just want something cheap, wanted to plug in because I hate listening to the radio, and it does a job well. And the steering wheel, like I already mentioned, the buttons for the Bluetooth. Had the buttons for the volume, to change the channel, cruise control. To the left, you have for your headlights and everything right here, and I already mentioned that. And then you have this for the wipers. And as for the speedometer, I'll show you guys what it looks like real fast. So it is orange. I wasn't a huge fan of it, to be honest with you. Probably one of the things I've hated when I first got this car, but over time I just got used to it. And the car does have 108,000 miles. This is check engine light because I have test pipes on. And then you have this compass right here. Oh god, focus. So you have this compass right here, which is really useful at times. It displays your temperature. Analog clock, don't like that either, but just got used to it over time. And then when you use the AC, it has dual climate control, so when you push like mode and everything also, gives you the I don't know, displays it, or whatever you want to call it. The only thing my G doesn't have probably is the navigation. So the fully loaded ones have a navigation where it slides up. It's not really a big deal for me because I always use my phone instead. And I always keep my phone in here also. It's a good cubby for like keeping stuff. And it's not really a big deal, like I said. I'll probably just get doubled in. So right here, it's not really, it doesn't matter. Then you have your buttons for your ACs and all that kind of stuff. Radio right here. Here you have the tray for ashtray. I just keep my pennies in there. And then cigarette lighter. You do have your hazard button right here, shifter, you know, of course, manual. I mean, it's automatic. Regrets. And then we have both buttons for the heated seats, cup holders. My thing broke. It has like a little extension. Yeah. Then you have your center armrest, and then not that deep of a space to store your stuff, but it's enough. Just keep some cash, gum, that kind of stuff. You also have another cigarette lighter, or but I'm not sure what the term is for this, power outlet, I guess, right here inside. Also, I forgot to mention all your buttons to move the seats are right here. So with the driver's side, you have 4 different buttons, and passenger side 2. And they do get really dirty. It's probably one of the things I hate about it. It's just 'cause it's nasty. No matter how much I clean it, it's just one of those things. But it's headphones, whatever. And then you also have your button, so volume for your Bluetooth right here to call, change stations, and cruise control. Getting into the back seat is pretty simple. You just lift this lever, and there's a button right here. You push, and the seat slides forward. And then getting into the car, again, just push the button. It will slide, and then just. There's actually a lot of space in the back seat. You have a little bit of plastic and kind of like soft leather. Here you have this like small cupboard type thing. I don't really use it to keep stuff, you know. I guess, I don't know, hide drugs in there. Do whatever you want. This is the perfect size to keep a tissue box. That's what I use it for. Then you have cup holders. And I'm not sure what this is, but it's there, I guess. I'm around 5'6", 5'7". I fit comfortably back here. The seats just move back because I sleep in the passenger seat in between classes. So, but usually I have around 2 or 3 inches of space. And also, head and room-wise, just wearing this hat, but it's not that bad. I can sit comfortably back here for a few hours. I don't mind at all. Have a lot of arm space. Not really phobic. I just hope that no one hits whoever's driving doesn't hit a big bump because I'll hit my head on there. But again, I sat in many coupes, Mustangs, Camaros, Challengers, Genesis, and out of all of them, besides the Challenger, of course, because the thing is huge, but it actually has a lot of space, and I feel like this has the most space out of all the coupes out there. And it is good for like if you have like siblings or friends you want to bring along. They won't have any problems in the back seat. So to get into the trunk, you just have the key in your pocket and just push this button right here. It'll open up. And it's actually a decent amount of space. It's not crazy big or anything like that, but you don't really buy a coupe for the trunk space, so it gets the job done. And then for me, it's enough, and I feel like for most people, it's gonna be fine too. And also, the seats do fold back, which comes in handy many times, you know, carrying large items. So overall, I really like this car a lot. I do want to apologize if the quality of this video is crap. I'm using my phone camera. It's a Nexus 6P, so not that good of a video choice, I guess you could say. Video camera choice. Also, it's like 30 degrees outside. I can't really feel my hands, so if it's shaky, and I stutter a lot when I talk, so it's whatever. But going back to the car, overall, I really like this car. The only bad thing I can say about it is that it does take premium gas, which is, it's an Infiniti, so it's understandable, but it does get expensive at times. It costs me like around $45 per fill up, and sometimes like around 50-55 with gas is expensive. I usually get around 275 miles on a tank, sometimes 300 if I'm driving conservatively, so it's alright. It's not too bad, but it is get expensive at times. I do not like the Bose sound system in this car. The sound is amazing, don't get me wrong, it's really clear, I like that, but the bass is really weak. Like, I have a Toyota Camry and a Sienna home, my parents, and the bass in those cars is way better than the bass in this. It's kind of weird, but you can always change that with the aftermarket sound system. Also, these doors are really heavy. It's just, I'm like nitpicking, but it's just like, especially on a driveway, when you open these doors, they shut right away. So if you're a G owner, you know what I'm talking about. I've hit my shins so many times because these doors are just so heavy. The window motor mounts, they tend to go out a lot. So my passenger one, it always keeps falling down, so I have to manually lock it. That's annoying. I could just reset it. It should fix it, but I'm just too lazy to do it. Also, the dipstick in this car is trash. It's not accurate at all. Just the placement of it is garbage too. So reading oil measures, that's a pain. Also, if you're looking for older model, like a 2003, like around that year G35 Coupe, I want to make sure that it doesn't consume oil, because these cars are known to consume oil, and yeah, if you don't pay attention to that, you can kiss the engine bye-bye. And what else? What else? Besides that, I can't really think of anything else that's bad about this car. I love the looks of this car. Everywhere I go, breaking necks, people always complimenting. Whenever I go to gas stations, people always ask me what car is that kind of stuff. I guess G35s aren't that common in my area. I drive this car year round, driven it through a winter. I live near Chicago, so winters do get bad. I had all season tires, had no problems at all with this. Just gotta, drive like a mature person. You should have no problem with that. So in case you live in that kind of area and you're considering buying this car, it's a decent power, 280 horsepower. So it's not like crazy fast, but it's not crazy slow either. Car is heavy, so that tends to play a big role, but overall, I'm okay with that. I'm not racing or anything like that. It's not really a big deal to me. I love like the luxury. I love the heated seats. I love the sunroof. Back seat space really comes in handy. I always like carrying my sisters with me, so they have plenty of space back there. And besides that, can't really think of anything else. The engine note, love it. I will include exhaust clip at the end. Mine is custom, but it does have a lot of drone, which is it's the way I went. I'll probably fix it up later on. So yeah, but besides that, I can't really think of anything else to say. I would highly recommend this car. For a first car, also just make sure that do crazy stuff in this. And yeah, I can't really think of anything else. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, just leave in the comments, or you could also just message me on Instagram. I'll leave that in the bottom. And yeah, so overall, again, like I said, would highly recommend this car. Just make sure like doesn't have like the common oil consumption problems and that kind of stuff. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video, and might make another one, might not, no idea. But yeah, have a good day.